Let's go. Let's go. After 12 and a half hours of work, heading home. Hope everyone's doing well. This is the Blue Madness podcast, live and drive. Brought to you by Dodgers 2080. This is our second live of the day. Mike was on earlier talking about the international free agents. Thank you for that, Mike. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now that he's comfortable on the internet machine, with the YouTube and all that good stuff, look out for more content from Mike, which is great. He'll be heading to spring training. I believe it was February 12th to February 21st. Sorry about the darkness. That's just the way it is, folks. Maybe I'll get a little light here. Shine a little light. There we go. Kind of weird. Pinhead in here. But yeah, we have... let's go. Devora Man's in the house. Elishiva Showtime's here. You like the German pitcher? Yeah, I just saw that stuff. Interesting, right? People are saying, well, he needs to put on some weight. Well, he's what, 17? Of course he does. Of course he does. But yeah, hopefully that's one of the guys they get. It's not, right during the end of Mike's show, I saw these things saying, here's some of those guys are Dodgers, it sounded like. The ones Mike was talking about. It sounds like they are Dodgers. That's what we want to hear. We want more prospects and all that good stuff. Oh, excuse me. Long day. I've been up since 3:30 a.m. Got to work at 5:42. And finally leaving at 6:30? Yikes. Yeah, 16 years old throwing 93. Man, let's bring it. Let's go. Now, of course, the immediate topic, we'll get that, the international stuff, and Mike will be on tomorrow. I believe so. That's what he said. So that's good. But we have... this Kyle Tucker thing, it looks like we might be getting to the end. I mean, I'll just give my thoughts on that, but still in favor of signing him. It's not my money. He would really solidify our everything. He would be in right field with Pajes in center, Teo in left. You gotta love that. And then Tommy Tank stay in the infield, and probably some other guys are obviously going to get some time in there too. So they're okay. These are rumors; these are not facts, but it's got the feel, right? And it was brought up. I was listening to AJ Brzezinski, and he was talking about something I talk about. I got to turn this off. He was talking about, where are you going for spring training? All those types of things. Wives want to know. Family wants to know. Where are you going to be the next 8 months? Where are you going to be at? We got to get a house. Now these people are rich, and but they're still human. They're still human. So, yeah, no one knows what the Dodgers made. Allegedly, the Mets made a $50 million per year. Didn't say how many years. And it sounds like no deferrals. I got to figure the Blue Jays are offering a longer contract, but, it sounds like they're saying adios to Bichette if they can get Tucker. Kind of weird, but the fact is a fact. That why hasn't Bo Bichette already been re-signed? He's a homegrown player, and they haven't just jumped at him. Who knows where he's going to go? I think it was Bob Nightingale threw out a name I thought was really good, and that would be the Giants. The Giants they love to spend money on someone else's infielders. I look at their infield with Chapman and third base, Adames at short, Devers at first. I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. Yeah, I'm sure the Dodgers have made an offer. We just don't know what it is. But I can see the Giants doing that. I think Bob kind of nailed that one. Don't be surprised, folks. Don't be surprised. I think Bichette, I don't know. What does he want? What does he want? Tucker, it sounds to me like for him, he's going to have 2 offers, high AV short years, and 1 longer offer. And here, someone brought it up. Does he really want to play with the Mets? That team's a mess. They are a mess. I mean, for me, it's if he's got a choice between the longer contract with lower AAV, or does he take the other one with the Dodgers? I mean, the Mets. If it's really all about money, hey, go for it. Go for it. I just saw something about Quan. I hope not. And it's nothing against the guy. But where does he play? Is we really going to put Teo in right field again? Are we really doing that? And I'm not giving up River Ryan. I'm not giving up Gavin Stone for that guy. And they're gonna want Sheehan. They're gonna want all those. They're gonna want some of those people. They're not getting them. I think that would be a huge mistake. Absolutely huge. So yeah, I saw D-Mac had him on his thing. Kevin, my man, the incline guy. Kevin, the incline Klein. Kind of like that. So yeah, I just don't like it. Not that I like the player. I don't like the position he plays. Unless they're going to go throw him in right field or center field, yeah, I'm in. But I'm not doing it for those pitchers. The pitching is more important than the hitting. He provides something, and he'd be kind of nice batting 9th. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that would be the awesome thing. Unless they want to try to do a traditional leadoff guy and move things around a bit. I'm not against anything like that either. Put Shohei third. Move some guys down a little bit, shuffle it up a little. But yeah, my number one goal this offseason is that Teo ends up in left field. I think that's the right spot for him. It doesn't expose him as much. I know it wasn't pretty in left field. But again, the triples become doubles. He's just not aggressive out there. He's not into it. Be rushing. I don't see them giving up rushing because you got to have 2 catchers. Now, what's interesting? Isn't it really interesting that the Phillies still have not signed Realmuto? I think that is something that's insane. But the dude's 35 and he's wanting probably a ton of money. I don't know. What are they doing? I've always liked that guy though. I just really respect his talent. I just hope the Padres don't swoop in and get him. That's what I mean. So looking at our rivals, our division rivals, the Giants should sign Bichette. Absolutely sign Bichette. The Padres should sign Realmuto. I always have problems saying it, so that's why I keep saying it slow. Realmuto. That would make them better. Not that they're going to overcome the Dodgers, but it just makes them a better team. And when you're playing short series in the postseason, that one player can matter. So, man, he had some key hits against the Dodgers. He did. He had key hits. But that's what I'm doing if I'm the rivals. I did see that the Padres have added Will Myers and Bud Black to the front office. I would love to have had not Will Myers, Bud Black in our team. But he lives down here. He's in San Diego. I saw him about a mile away from where I'm driving right now to Costco. So I know he's right around in here somewhere. And so good for him. Good dude. I met him on a plane once. I didn't bother him at Costco. Tempted though, but yeah, good guy. Okay, so put it in the chat. What are your odds? Or you put it in order. A few things. One is the order in which you think Tucker will select. I'm going to say Blue Jays, Dodgers, Mets. And then I want you to put your percentage. What is the percentage that Kyle Tucker would sign with the Dodgers? I've got it at about 20, 25. Put it in there. Put your thoughts in the chat. Also, I want to talk just briefly. So we saw Ranger Suarez sign with the Red Sox. That's a really good signing. It's good for us. I don't want to forget in the postseason. Now, but Framber Valdez, that dude lost so much money by messing up his catcher. That was terrible. How stupid do you have to be to go, I'm a free agent at the end of the year, and I am going to cross up my catcher on purpose. Everyone knows it happened. There's no lies that did it. You're going to pay how much you want to pay for the clown? That's a clown move. Ranger Suarez, man, that dude's always been tough on the Dodgers. Glad he's away. Suarez does throw. He's already throwing about 90, it seemed like. But I guess that's what he does. He's just effective. He's effective. But yeah, it's a good move for the Red Sox, I guess. Not my money. They have a nice staff going into the season, that's for sure. But man, Quan, Tucker, Bichette, you got to just throw it out there. Bellinger. I don't think it's going to be Bellinger. Let's see. Kyle Tucker or Bo Bichette's going to sign just to spite you, Richie. That's what they're going to do. They're definitely in on Tucker. I don't know if they're really in on Bichette. There was some rumors, a week and a half ago maybe? But yeah, I mean, I think as soon as Bregman signed with the Cubs, everything, all those, that just kind of went away for the Dodgers. So I don't expect them to get Bichette. I'd put that at about 2%. I think he's got a lot of other options. And I really like him, but we don't have to have him. That's the best part about being, for the Dodgers. They don't have to have any of these guys. They keep their flexibility if they don't do anything. They can still make moves in later if they can. But I talked to Doug the other day. Costco's up in July. Dodgers don't want to do that. There's always someone, there's always someone you can grab. But I do think they need a right fielder or a center fielder. One of those two. That's and we're done. When we're good to go. Like I said, kind of giving up on Bichette, and but still, nothing would surprise me. That's why it's not 1 in a million. But yeah, Edmonds not ready. We got Taesun Kim. We got Alex Freeland. That's good. I'm not gonna the Ibanez guy, whatever, right? Oh, definitely keeping Scooble flexibility. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a factor. There's no doubt. But however, here's the other factor: the lockout coming up. I don't know how many games they're going to lose, if any. But the owners, they seem bound and determined to do a lockout. They're just, even though these guys are weird. The baseball in terms of marketability and things, it has improved. I mean, I don't like some of the things that they did, but some of it's also just some of these players, man. You got like Shohei Ohtani out there, man. Build the franchise around him. And even though I think he's a clown, they for some reason knuckleheads like Tatis. But they have plenty of guys they can market. These young guys. Skeens and Scooble and Henderson, De La Cruz. Just a lot of different guys, and they're not all Dodgers and Yankees. Even though the Dodgers themselves are helping baseball so much by being great and by being kind of a villain now. Even though there's no one on their team that's a villain. That's what's so funny about the whole thing. It's a good group of dudes. But people are, oh my gosh, there's the evil empire. Whatever. It's not like we had, Steinbrenner was the reason there was an over, the Yankees. The Yankees were the evil empire because of 100% George Steinbrenner. Georgie boy was a crook. He was just a mess. He wanted to win though, that's for sure. Oh man, 14 hours before the international signing period begins. I will be working from home, I believe, tomorrow. We'll see. I might not be. We'll see. If I'm working from home tomorrow, maybe I'll jump on with Mike or something like that. But yeah, we the fact that sorry, my ears itchy. The fact that dang, I just lost my train of thought. Well, tomorrow's big things will happen. International free agency is a nice thing. Remember last year we got Roki. Just remember that. We got Roki. And that was cool. And now we're going to get some other young dudes. Yeah, we're good to go. Dodgers are good to go. Team's ready to go. We got Fan Fest on the 31st. Gotta love it. I'll be there. We're talking about doing something afterwards at the Man Cave in Devore. We'll see. Things have fallen apart a little bit with some of our plans. We'll talk about it. Me and Richie will talk about it. I don't think Mike can be there either. Kind of a bummer. So we'll see. And when I gotta get my setup going. Yeah, I think we're good to go, folks. I'm not gonna worry about it. Do you think that then Teo gets hurt? No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna. I think Teo. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna trade Teo. If they're gonna trade him, I think they would have already done it. I think that with Teo, well, hey, it'll be really interesting, right? When we see the FanFest lineup of stuff. But Teo's so important in the postseason. The dude just had he's had so many clutch hits in his 2 years. We got to keep him. At least for one more year. I would hate to, lose either of the Hernandez brothers until they prove they're just no good. And Kike was injured, if you recall. He was doing just fine until he dove for that ball against Milwaukee that turned into a triple. And that's where he hurt himself. Really bad. Sounds like he had something pretty nasty. So, let's see. Good to see you, though, Nando, by the way. Let's see. Showtime. Oh, yeah. The Rancho jerseys, got to love them. Let's see. You got Jays, Dodgers, Mets, 35. Yeah, pretty close. We're pretty close on that, aren't we? Have you heard of Donkey Kong? Well, I'm old enough. Ray, what's happening? Happy Wednesday. Still think Robert would be a good option. I think with change of scenery, could return to his old form. It's worth a try. It depends on what they want, but why not? Why not? Rushing in a prospect. Oh. Woo. Center field. Yeah, better not give up any of our big dudes. I don't. You know what? They can give up. Let's see. Moving bum will not be easy. I agree. And no one knows the offer. Big day tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Mike will be on. I may be on. If anything, of course, breaks with any of the big moves, I'll be on right away. No doubt about it. So, all right, I am home. I will talk to y'all later. Where am I? As always,